Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and I really don't know what to think about Gods and Gears. At some level, I think it's really cool. At some level, I also look at the fact that it's a four-issue miniseries, and I'm just kind of like, how can you wrap up this broad, sweeping story four issues? Like, it just feels like there's so much there. There's so much potential there. Just to have an ongoing, just to have an ongoing little miniseries, and you're just going to give me like a four-issue self-contained story. I don't know. The whole thing just plays around with like magic and alchemy and all that kind of stuff. There was a short story in the most recent. It came out on a Wednesday, and the story in that mostly I liked it for the coloring because there was a couple pages in that that were just gorgeous. There was this one of this hot air balloon just sitting there in the middle of nothingness between worlds, and it was gorgeous. I wish it had been colored the same way Feast or Famine is colored, because then that gorgeousness would have like made your eyes melt. You would have fallen down on your knees and cried out before the Lord, "Why have I gone blind from looking at this comic book?" It's because the book was too beautiful. Your mere mortal eyes couldn't handle it. But instead, we just got a book that was really good, or a page that was really good, and could have been like acidorific, you know? We get plenty of crazy shenanigans in this book. So we start off with our main character here. He's actually in a race. And they're testing magic in the race. Like, I'm not questioning this, man. I don't like these first couple pages here. Busting out all this effectively wasted space. This didn't do it for me. This absolutely did not do it for me. And I'm left wondering when I look at this, like the stuff at the top of the page, see how it's got that effect? Like, what is the significance of that? And I don't know. I don't know what the significance of that is. Like, I feel like this means something up here. But what that something is, I don't know. Could just be a printing error for all I know. Anyway, you got crazy race stuff. He kicks in like the turbo boost. A portal opens. This guy had fallen off of the race car, and he goes through a portal into crazy acidorific space. He falls through. He ends up in Mycelia. He somehow survives this crazy, crazy landing. Falls into the mud. This dude over here picks him up, and then from that point on, they're on the run because dude's in the corner box. They, the little ape men, they come gunning for him. In fact, I think that corner box is this panel. Boom! Right there. There's nowhere to run. You can't keep stealing from us. This ends now. We have to work together if we want to get out of this. Hey, get him! Ah, wait up! Ah, the threat of violence. And so you get a good little chase scene. It's just fun. There's some really beautiful stuff here. Really, really beautiful stuff. And honestly, at this point, the book, I don't really understand what's going on or where it's going. But there's enough pretty stuff in it that I want to pick up the next one and read it. Like this felt. I gotta choose my word carefully. I gotta choose my word carefully. So I almost said it felt incomplete, and I don't know if that's exactly the sentiment I want to get across. It felt like it needed something just a little bit more, and I'm hoping the next issue will have that something a little bit more, whatever it was, whatever I feel like I'm missing. Because if I look at this, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the art here. Let me find a page I've already showed so I don't feel bad about showing it again. Yeah, like here. Like maybe the coloring on the apes is a little funny or something, but the art's fine. It's got its own style. There's detail in the background. The art was probably done kind of quickly, but it's also very stylish and slick. Like the art looks fast, and it conveys that sense of like urgency. Like look at the way he's like drawn the gorilla, like all the little shadowed fur lines and stuff. Super cool. Like you get the feeling that gorilla, that menace, just rah right at you. And the whole book kind of conveys that kind of tone. Like everything feels a little bit urgent. I don't know if it should, but it does to me when I'm looking at it. And we're left in this weird world in South America where they have giant mushrooms. Man, it's just like we're going to Morrowind, right? God, I should play Morrowind again. I love that game. So I think I'm kind of out of comments. I think I can recommend picking it up at this price point, $1.50 to get this first issue. I'm hoping the second issue is gonna kind of take what was here and build on it. I mean, it kind of has to. That's what second issues are supposed to do. Because I just feel like there's just something, and I don't know what, that's just off a little bit in here. Something that's just missing just a little bit. And I don't want it to be missing that little bit. I want that little bit to be here. I want that little bit to rock. I want this book to be awesome because there's some cool stuff in here. God, I gotta just show you the race car. All right, no, 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 I can't show you the race car. That's too many pages. That's too many pages. The race car looks pretty cool though. It's definitely very early race car looking. Like if you've seen Grand Prix cars from the 60s, you kind of have an idea what that race car looks like. Anyway, Gods and Gears. It's weird. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Its first issue's intriguing and it's pretty. Check it out. Bye bye.